It's Friday night here on the Watchpoint Post Show, and we're about to have a party because I brought in one of my favorite people from my town that I live in, currently in LA, that we will not say on camera. We got Jake from the Houston Outlaws. Jake, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Good to see you, Puckett.
I had to think through that intro, and I was about to tell everyone where you lived, and then I remembered you were famous, so I had to stop that one short. Now, Jake, you've had a lot of ups and downs in your career, and one of those we just saw in the most recent stage. You opened up your Overwatch League career with a stage playoff appearance. Then you guys went 0-7 in Stage 2 of 2019. Now you're back in the running for a playoff spot right now. So talk me through this. How do you keep your head straight and handle all the ups and downs and the grind of the Overwatch League?
For me, I think it's been a real learning experience. Like going 0-7 last stage, obviously, it's really rough, really painful because as players, competitors, we live to win, and to win is proof that we've done our job. But I think going 0-7 kind of forced me to reevaluate that because I knew that we didn't go 0-7 because I messed up every single time and it's always my fault. But it's always like more of the true answer is always more in the middle ground. Like it was because we all made mistakes, we all got overhyped, and I think being more focused on the process rather than the outcome and just taking it fight by fight, map by map, and actually sticking to that, even when the pressure is really high and everything's getting crazy, and to be able to calm down and just refocus to where you're at is the secret to being a professional, secret to dealing with the wins and the losses.
Speaking of ups and downs, though, Jay, you've had a few even in this stage when you've looked a lot improved. You came out and you beat the San Francisco Shock, which was unbelievable. Nobody had expected that from the outside. And then you go on and lose against the Florida Mayhem, which is like the exact opposite end of the table. Can you speak a little bit as to what you think went wrong in that game or why there's been such variability even in the recent performances when your team has looked a lot better?
I think in the Mayhem match specifically, one, I thought they played really exceptionally well. Like I thought they played a really clean GOATS, and that's essentially how you beat 3 DPS, is just playing really clean and really fast and not giving openings for the DPS to pick you off before you can take down their healers. And that's exactly what Mayhem did. So they really executed their strategies well. I didn't feel like they were playing like a bottom 2 team on that match, to be honest. But we knew that I think a lot of our mistakes were in our ultimate economy and our decision-making as a team. I think maybe because we thought of them as a weaker team, then we were trying to clutch fights that we just shouldn't have tried to clutch. Just let that fight end, sack it, and go to the next fight. I think like attempting to clutch and failing kind of ruined our snowball quite a few times. And when you're playing the DPS comp, there's usually that one crucial fight where you're snowballing and either you cap the map with 4 minutes or you get full held if you miss that one crucial fight timing. And a lot of times it really does come down to that one really good fight that you just need to not slip up, and we slipped up. So from our perspective, we just felt like we underestimated them, and we didn't play our game to our best ability.
Now, in this last Overwatch World Cup, you decided not to play and instead opted to try your hand at casting. What surprised you the most about trying to cast Overwatch?
I'm not sure. I didn't feel like there was like a major surprise for me. Mostly, I just had like a ton of fun traveling the world and meeting fans from all over and just approaching esports from a different perspective, right? Because I've only ever been a player and only ever been on that side of the curtain. But to do the production side and to be part of the storytelling and to be in the position to highlight players rather than being the one who's highlighted is really awesome and refreshing. And I was really excited to see that my passion for the game carried through in just the same way. Like I felt just that same passion when I was on the casting desk as I do as a player. So I think it's great to see that there's more future in esports for players.
You killed it, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's such a pleasure to hear you talk, of course, about the game, but also for your team. You are one of those really vocal leaders. What does that mean in-game specifically? Are you taking over the majority of the comms, or?
I think it's really bad to take over the majority of the comms if you think about it in terms of like words said, because with 6 players in the game, usually 4 or 5 of them have active scouting roles where they're out on the map and not hiding. So really all 5 of those players should be actively calming and spreading information throughout the team. My role, I would say, is to be kind of the arbiter when things are crazy, right? When picks have gone both ways, I'm the one to call fights lost, get out, or we can commit, group on this person, go for that play. So I'm the one to kind of make the final decision at times, but there's no question that it's absolutely like a team process. Like all I'm there for is basically to have a unified voice where when things are really chaotic and crazy, I make sure that I'm giving direction.